your president. 99.3 Nigeria info, the sunny side. Dear God. Sometimes I feel like I need a holiday before I come to the sunny side. If it's political conversations, it just makes me cringe. But maybe the whole point is to exhaust ourselves speaking, and when we can't speak anymore, we do something about everything. Maybe that's the whole point. Just maybe. 99.3 Nigeria info, the sunny side. It's 34 minutes past 12. How are you? My name's Joyce. It's not sunny, hallelujah, but the sun rises here. I guess the whole idea of the metaphor is to speak to a knowing, an awakening, a consciousness, a people, a willing congregation. Well, maybe not a willing congregation at this point. Well, a willing people who will converge on an idea, on a philosophy, on a purpose, on an aim, on a goal, seek to achieve it, and achieve it. In the news, it's Nigerian in nature. So I'm thinking you've heard about the Abuja International Conference Center, and I don't know how you feel about that. But it must truly be something worthy of note to know that since this administration started, depending on who you ask, opinions really differ. Some, I guess a few people think that, well, this administration should be given some grace and some time to achieve their objectives, as we were told, I think 2 weeks ago, by one of the many believers in this particular administration. We were told that many of the policies are somewhere within the macro level of the economy, and that in a short time it will trickle down to the poor Nigerian, the hungry, desperate Nigerian, the destitute, pleading Nigerian, the frustrated, the broken Nigerian. So time, according to that particular logic, is what's required for the Nigerian to see the benefits of this administration, and pretty much Nigerians, it's said in a way as though if Nigerians were to change from impatience to patience, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Oh well, I don't know how patient or how much time the Nigerian has, but it does quite appear on this side of our world, there is one reality. On the other side of the world, there is this now updated reality. Wike renames International Conference Center after Tinubu. Well, this is not the only thing that's been named after Tinubu. I think you may remember. We have a number of things that have been named after the president. And I think the conversation this hour should pretty much be whether Nigerians think this is sycophancy or patriotism. I really think that this administration needs the validation of the Nigerian. It would appear so, except maybe the way we see things and the way things are on the other end of our socio-political divide may be different. So we have the National Assembly Library and Resource Center inaugurated in 2024. We have the Nigerian Immigration Service Technology Complex. We have recently commissioned Bola Ahmed Tinubu Barracks. We have Bola Ahmed Tinubu Polytechnic, Gwarimpa, Abuja, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Airport, Mina, Niger State, formerly called the Abubakar Imam International Airport. And of course, now the recently inaugurated International Conference Center. Wike truly was ecstatic at this inauguration that happened yesterday. Now, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory renamed the Abuja International Conference Center as the Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center. The minister said this, that other halls in the facility had been renamed after the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, House of Representatives Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, and the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Kekere Eko. All right, let's talk. 0201 2770 0201 465 7190. And if you're on WhatsApp, it's a pleasure to have you join the conversation. I'd like to read your opinion. 08095975805. It's the sunny side. My name is Joyce. I remember when the bill for the university sponsored in 2024 by the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, and 8 others, according to them, the establishment of the university is for the promotion of the learning of Nigerian languages. I think we had that conversation on the Sunny Side on Nigeria Info. Well, this does quite appear. Now I think we have about 6 institutions that have been named after the president. It's not illegal, just so that we're clear. It's not an illegal act. But I think it speaks to the way things are done in Nigeria. It speaks to the way people around the president act. So this habit of immortalization, because at this point we shouldn't make this a habit, but it's looking like there's a pattern to this. So this habit of the immortalization of the presidency, is this sycophancy, is this civility, is this patriotism? The president does quite want your validation, your approval, but maybe he's a little impatient. He thinks he can get it along the way. And the reason men immortalize themselves, I guess, for esteem, for validation. I think men do it for power, for prestige, for pedigree. But when those who swear fealty to the throne insist that their cause, their objective, their mission, and their ambition is to ensure that institutions will come up in the name of one person, well, we're now forced to interrogate the ethics and the morality of it. Let's talk on Nigeria Info. Welcome to Worthy of Note. You're on the Sunny Side. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
All right, my name is Emmanuel. I'm calling you from Mogba area. So clearly, the president has this messiah complex, that he goes around with. The man who saved, humanity in a lot of ways. Don't forget that Lagos has had a lot of, facilities named after him, a lot of markets, and all of that. And now Nigeria is following suit. From what I'm seeing, I cannot guarantee that between now and the time he leaves office, all of the mortuaries in all general hospitals will not be named after him. I cannot guarantee that. I don't know what this glory is all about.
Let me ask you,
I do not think.
Is that something?
Hello.
Okay, I wanted to ask a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Is there something wrong with this? What do you suppose is fundamentally wrong?
Yes.
Is it sycophancy?
Yes. There's something wrong. There is something very, very wrong with the craving, to have your name on every natural asset. There is something very, very wrong. Even if you are the nationalists who got independence from Nigeria, how many things did they have their names on? Chief Obafemi Awolowo, I think I can remember just one road in Lagos State, maybe one or two elsewhere. Why should Mr. President have his name on everything when people like Awolowo, who actually fought for Nigeria, have their names on scanty stuff here and there? Zik has just other part there by which we remember his name. What do we need to remember Mr. President for? What do we need to remember him for? Suffering? Or okay, they are going through what they are going through, but I have to impose it on them. I have to impose it on them. Keep imposing it on them so that they can accept it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. And all of this thing he's doing will be reversed in due time. All of these things will be reversed. Thank you.
Got it. Thank you for calling me. Hold it to be worthy of note. Welcome to the Sunny Side. How are you?
Yeah, Joyce, good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
This is Chris.
Welcome, Chris.
Joyce, corruption it's like a tree that have different branches. This is corruption. Not only when it involves money. Even the speaker, even Akpabio, would have turned Nigeria into, I don't know, what do we call it? Some people will call and say, oh, Nigeria is a banana country. They say, no, don't call it banana country. What is going on, for God's sake? The voice note they play in your studio, over to have 200 million people in Nigeria, just one person, everybody running around one person. And you think it's ordinary? Let him name Nigeria after the man now. But all I know, there's always after effect. That's one thing most of us don't know. That word, after effect, whatever one does. You played the man's voice, Mwike, the other day, when he was crying in the plane. Today he's forming Udeme, name everywhere after the Oga. It's well. We all are in for it. But there's always after effect. Whatever one does, let them continue.
Thank you very much.
Just question of time.
Yeah. I do appreciate you calling in. The sunny side will hold it to be worthy of note. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome. How are you? Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side. Thank you so much for being here.
Good afternoon, Sister Joyce.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Esther, but I don't want to comment. I just want to tell you that the signal is not okay, Nicole. We are not hearing anything you are saying. Please, they should work on it. Yes, I can't enjoy the program. I beg.
Okay, where are you calling me from, please?
From Odonginyo Ikorodu.
From what? Pardon me, bring it back. Where? I'm sorry.
Odonginyo Ikorodu side.
All right, got it. I hope I got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for quoting that. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Engineers. Oh, by the way, I did promise you that our engineers, I did promise you that engineers were working on it. It does quite appear at this point to be a very complex or difficult situation. Well, thank you very much for reporting that. I guess this is to further impress on them the urgency with which this problem needs to be addressed or fixed. Thank you so much for calling me. I do appreciate. Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Welcome. Sorry I lost you. Please make it back. Hello, good afternoon to you. How are you?
Yeah, good afternoon, Joyce.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. Welcome.
It's not. It's not a big issue. I mean, it's not in the Constitution and it's not gazetted. It's something that can be changed with a brush of pen. This is that structure you see is IBB's signature project. And when he is done and gone, it will be renamed IBB International Conference Center. Forget what is going on now. It's for glory that will not last. We know who he belongs to. Let him build his own, and we can rename his own. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, Nigeria Info. How are you? Good afternoon to you. Sorry, I lost you. Hopefully, you're able to make it back. Nigeria Info. We hold it to be worthy of note. How are you?
Hello, Lady J. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for being here. So good to have you join the conversation.
Pleasure is all mine. Emeka is my name from Satellite Town.
Welcome.
You asked the question, is it patriotism or sycophancy? It is sycophancy in capital letters. It is self-glorification in capital letters. It is self-validation in capital letters. So like the first caller opined, our nationalists that will sing their praises today did not go about naming all public institutions after themselves. It was the service delivery, the work that they did, that speaks for them. And for me, I think that is the greatest legacy you can leave behind. The security and welfare of your people. That is what will glorify you. You can't be like the lizard that fell from the wall, looked around, no one was applauding and gave himself a nod of approval. That is what is happening. You had bootlickers, lackeys, puppets, sycophants all over the place who are not interested in telling the president the truth, the situation on ground. But I'm not surprised because at the inception of this administration, you will count the number of media aides he appointed to himself. That tells you the policy drift of the government. It's all about propaganda. So like most scholars have also insinuated, it's not something that cannot be renamed tomorrow. The most ridiculous or ludicrous part of it is that it wasn't even a project that was started by his administration. Mm-hmm. It was just, I think, a renovation of some sort. At
renovation that cost us $34 billion.
Exactly. And at the end of it, you are naming it after yourself. That tells you why we are where we are. These are people who are only interested in profligacy.
Let me ask you
Everything
quickly.
you have flag off.
The last caller was saying that
Good.
there's nothing wrong with it. It did quite. I mean, it would appear that he was trying to suggest that this is something we should not bother about. Do you suppose that this is something worth not bothering about?
It is worth bothering about because it tells me where the direction that my president is looking at. It tells me there's a lot of moral and ethical issues. Look, let people speak about you when you're like the veteran Uncle Jimmy Disu spoke this morning. He said, imagine yourself being a vice chancellor of a university and awarding yourself an honorary degree. You are the vice chancellor of a university currently. While you are still sitting there, you're awarding yourself an honorary degree. That is what it's like. Why don't you do what will impress the people? If you are really interested in serving your people, it is the people that should be singing your praises maybe when you're even gone. All these public institutions you're naming after yourself, is that what legacy is all about? It's not a Nigerian legacy. The successive government could come to power and rename those things. That's why I'm not bothered. So, but this is a wake-up call for us all to understand the sort of people that are occupying our public offices. Those who superintend over the affairs of this nation are not interested in us as a people. They're only interested in themselves. And what the FCT minister is doing, well, it suits the president because if he were to be a true leader, he would object to certain things of this nature. How many, like somebody asked, the nationalists we speak of today, the Azikiwis, the Awolowos, the Okotiebos, the Michael Okpara, the Mbakwe, all of them. How many projects, how many public institutions are named after them while they were in power? How many of those? So look at people are dying in Niger State over flooding because somebody failed to do what ought to have been done, a preventive measure that was supposed to have been put in place. Look at what is happening at FCM, Federal Medical Center, FMC at Abuja. Look at our our institutions, health institutions, education institutions, and all they're interested in is just infrastructure projects, white elephant projects that have no meaning whatsoever, no impact whatsoever in the lives of the people. Let me reiterate that the only enduring legacy any government can ever leave behind is to ensure the security and welfare of its citizens. That is the only thing that will speak after you're long gone. All other things.
It doesn't appear that they care because you can tell by both body language and actions.
Of course, they don't care.
What you're supposed to be.
No, they don't care.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
They don't care. It's up to us now to know what to do.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling Nigeria Info. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Dr. Fabian.
Really? What's your name?
It's Emmanuel. I'm speaking to you from Ekwe.
Good to have you.
Joyce, our politicians, there are these people who want praise singing. And that is why Nigeria remains like this today. We need somebody who, even if he does something, for the people, he sees that thing he does for the people, as what he ought to be doing in the first place, and should be craving to do more. But these people are people when they throw, crumbs through, from that falls off the table, to the. Well, they believe that when that is falls off the table, to the people should praise them to their high heavens. So, and with that mentality, I don't see us going anywhere. Because a man should be working, should be seen to be working. And he shouldn't even be satisfied, with what he does to the people. Because where we are today, we have so much setbacks in terms of infrastructure. But these people are not seeing it. That is one. Secondly, I don't want to blame the president 100%, but at the same time, all the blame lies on him. People who say he's intelligent, I'm not doubting them. But if the minister or other head of agency are even forcing naming of that infrastructure on you, you should be this kind of person, who know politicians for their sycophancy. That they are only because with all of these things, I'm telling you, these people legacy. I mean, what they believe to be their legacy usually don't even start the test of time. Within 5-6 years after they leave office, their name will disappear into thin air, and then you ask yourself, one day, that where are all these sycophants who are running around this person? So I agree with a lot of people who disagree with the naming of that this, because the rate at which we are going, before at the end of his 4 years administration, probably half of Nigeria infrastructure will be named his name. And then if he eventually wins the next 4 years, if he comes back, for the next 4 years again, I would be surprised if we are naming the country Federal Republic of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So that our politicians are people, if you talk from now to tomorrow, they won't listen to you.
Oh, you understand that. So it means something deeper then.
Yes, now it's something deeper. Listen to the president himself telling a public officer that don't listen to people's criticism. Abba. Joyce.
Thank you.
Like Mr. Chris, we say we are in it. So I don't know how he usually says it. It looks like all of us are in it together. Or I don't know.
Wow.
Joyce, good afternoon to you.
Thank you. We've been in it, and I think we've been in it for so long. To say that we don't know almost sounds as though we are choosing to not understand that these circumstances impose on us a responsibility, a duty to, beyond knowing, to act. 99.3 Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. We're off on a break. We'll be right back. We hold it to be worthy of note, and it will be back.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is not just a debate. It's a battle of minds. A clash of brilliance. A war of words. And only one champion. One true champion will rise. From the heart of the capital, Abuja.
We live in a world where 735 million people suffer from hunger, a crisis fueled by climate.
From the oil city, Port Harcourt.
You see, we lost time to focus on short-term gains, like how to appease voters before the next election.
From the city that never sleeps, Lagos.
Who is the right leader? The proposition might say someone who is bold and decisive, but I oppose this belief.
The regional champions are ready. The stage is set. The stakes higher than ever before. Who will outthink? Who will outwit? Who will dare to differ? Catch the I Beg to Differ National Finals live on all Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM stations nationwide. It's intellect, it's passion, it's the future in action. Debate redefined. The IBTD National Tournament begins August 4th, 2025, only on Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM nationwide. For sponsorship, call 0805-581-5844 or email ibegtodiffer@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
It is an incontrovertible fact that the future of power is solar. It is becoming increasingly clear that solar is the way to go if reliable, clean, and uninterrupted power is our goal. Our homes need power. Our offices need power. Our public buildings need power. Our lives and activities need power. And of course, I mean reliable power. Now, at the Solar World Electric Technology Limited, we have cut our teeth as professionals in the business of solar and renewable energy, ranging from inverters, lithium-ion batteries, solar panels, solar water heating systems, solar street lights, etc. You can visit our regional head office at the 26 Ima Abimbola Code off Fola Oshibo, Lekki Phase 1, Lagos, or our website on www.solarworldelectric.com, or you can call us on 0906 331 5492. Solar World Electric Technology Limited. We are redefining the limits.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
We can only hold this out for the next 2 minutes before we have to bring to you the news update. 99.3 Nigeria Info, you are on the sunny side. Once again, I say welcome to you. And we are on this thing Interestingly, about 2 weeks ago, I had an idea. I'll share the idea with you on the other side of the hour. It just really appears to be fully hinged. It has a bearing on today's conversation. But first, let's go to the telephone lines. Your Nigeria info. Welcome. How are you?
Hello, George. Good. This is Obi calling from Ikeja.
A minute and a half, Obi. Thank you so much for being here.
Okay, yeah. When I checked last, I found out that in Nigerian universities now they're studying sycophancy as a course. Because I found out in. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
I found out in Nigerian university they're studying sycophancy as a course.
Tell me about
That's
it.
what I found out.
Really?
Yes, if you just Google it, you will find out that sycophancy is a course now in the universities. You see, why I'm saying this? Let me go a little bit of. Let me use theory of probability. The present is just 2 years, and a lot of edifices are named. You know, they use his name to name most of the structures. By the time he goes 8 years, check it mathematically, he might be hearing about 40 to 50 something names, you know, in the name of our president. So the question I'm asking here, how long? It's just like somebody called, the person was being sarcastic, the person might have called something. What he said that if he leaves office, that place, that name would be changed. The initial person that built that bless Babangida, they are going to change that to IDB. Look at Buhari, second Niger bridge, they call Buhari. Nobody's calling Buhari's name. If you call Buhari's name, if you're in a boss, they will drop you after the bridge because nobody knows Buhari's name on that. Then what they know is second Niger bridge. So these things they keep doing, they're wasting their time.
Okay. Pardon me, I'm going to interrupt you here because it's 1 o'clock and I have to be off on a break. Lagos, we will be back. Do not go anywhere.
Of my country. But the people responsible for that, can they be brought to book? And that is why sometimes I say it's like Nigeria encourage terrorism.
99.3
Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info. You are listening to the news update. The National Assembly is set to introduce a bill requiring presidents-elect to take their oath of office at its arcade. And Senate leader Okoyemi Bamidele says the bill is aimed at strengthening Nigeria's democracy. Another bill under consideration will mandate the president to deliver the annual State of the Nation address before the Assembly each year on the 12th of June. Bamidele highlighted that this is a way to honor Nigeria's democratic history, referencing the historic 1993 election. We also hear that President Tinubu will address a joint session of the Assembly tomorrow to mark Democracy Day. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency has forecast thunderstorms and rainfall across several parts of the country from Wednesday to Friday. States including Lagos, Ogun, Kaduna, Abuja, and Rivers are expected to experience storms. NIMET has issued a warning about strong winds and advises the public to take precautions, including avoiding travel during heavy rains. Residents and airline operators are encouraged to stay updated on weather forecasts for safety and effective planning. Moving on, the Transmission Company of Nigeria has begun building a connection linking the new Bauchi 330 kV substation to the national grid. The 5-day project started today and will temporarily reduce power supply to parts of Bauchi, Gombe, and Yola, with full outages expected in Yola and Jalingo. TCN says the upgrade will improve backup options and enhance power reliability in the region, urging affected customers to remain patient. Public Affairs in the fair at normal resume by the third. Delegates and members of the Fed arrived in Abuja first presidential election 31st of May. Postponed to the NS. President Okowa is seeking re-election. Board position remain undecided. The Fed to expect former athletes to bring stretch politics. Now, senior NATO preparing for a potential military clash against budgets, rearming its members, during its command since PT Alexandra Grushko made the forum of T, saying these actions reflect as a criticizing military order to expand war. Chef against this only on the and they have this 3 rely on
Tick, says the clock. What we have to do today is worthy of note.
This is Sunny Side with Joyce, only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Hey, we're back. 4 minutes past 1 p.m. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome if you have just tuned in. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon today. I'm glad that you're there. Okay, so it must be that there is some ordinariness to human life that forces men to find ways to extend themselves. I think when men immortalize themselves, somewhere at the back of the action would be the thought that I want to be known. I want to be known for something prestigious, noble, important, good. So maybe it's the impermanence of life that can be said to inform the actions that we see, a lot of people perform. It may be the necessity for self-esteem. It may be the expression of power. It may be the need to show that I'm doing something good and I want to be told that I'm doing something good. And if you don't tell me I'm doing something good, I'm going to do something that will make you tell me that I'm doing something good. At least I can, in some way, get you to surrender to my mission, make it your ambition, maybe make it your ego. And then you indeed would have to swear fealty to this goal, this ambition, and we can achieve this something, because why else would people claiming hunger and end of poverty have a conversation as this on a very beautiful Wednesday afternoon? Well, that's exactly why we hold it to be worthy of note. I want to give this conversation another 10 minutes, and we're going to tilt the conversation into a more personal Nigerian perspective. And it's still the same conversation. So I want to welcome you once again to Nigeria Info. It's the immortalization. It's the holding. I'm not sure what this would be in philosophy, but it's almost as though they're trying to hold the person of the president, not just on the lips of people, but, hold it to buildings, hold it to monuments, hold it to space, hold it to time, hold it in matter, hold it while time moves. We're talking about why you think this is a necessity for this administration and whether there is a problem with this. 0201-2770-993, 0201-465-7190, and 08095-975805. Thank you for being here. Make it back. Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you.
Hi, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. So good to have you.
Yeah, I greet you.
I greet you
too. Is my name.
Fantastic.
From Alimosho.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hear the conversation. I don't have much. I'm not surprised what is happening. Let them continue rebuilding and name after themselves. They're naming after themselves. But that is not the most important.
Mm-hmm.
People there are still hunger in this country. People are dying of hunger. They are not considering that. It's 001. It should go and scrambling for leftover in event centers. Terrorists killing innocent people. Lives and properties are going. They are not considering that they're rebuilding with billions. Not that they are building these structures themselves with their hard-earned money, but they are rebuilding the structure with billions and naming after themselves. What's the meaning of that? Okay. Well, I'm not
I want
surprised.
to rephrase your thought just so that you can give me maybe a different response. Now, you say that naming themselves after monuments or after institutions is not important, right? And then you name what's important. If we are able to assign responsibility, a person or a group of persons who's supposed to cater to what is important, but those who are supposed to cater to what is important are not catering to what's important, what does that tell you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because the country they are managing, they are handling the affairs of this country. There are hunger in the society, in the country. People should are dying of hunger. Yes, and they are rebuilding structures. Rebuilding, not that they are building it, they are rebuilding with billions.
All right, thank you.
I mean, and again, I can tell this life, where we live forever, like K.O. I remember that time he built mansions many years ago, and he invited the president that time, and the very intelligent man, he came. Look at the story. He came to he honored the invitation. He look at the building. What did he tell him? He said, "Oh, my friend, this place is now where we live forever. Otherwise, I will tell you, your building is none to compare. But we are not living here forever. We leave this place and go another place." This is a man shouting, "Abba, Father, Abba, Father," because he thought everything is all over.
Yeah, but they don't
today,
care
God's so merciful. He's alive. They are building and people are hungry. People are dying of, terrorists are killing. They are not considered how to secure lives and properties. They are not considered other major things. After rebuilding and naming themselves, to me, it's not the most important. This is not a place we live forever. Yeah,
they're not concerned about that. You seem to be highlighting what you think right is. That's hard. It's not even the conversation. You see that?
Okay.
Because they don't care. Well, it's not obvious that they care, and that's why the caring part is not the conversation.
Well, I don't know, but to me, let them sit up and give us good governance.
That's
what I can say. As simple as that. And we don't live here forever. This is not where we live forever. Thank you.
Oh, dear. Okay, so good to have you join the conveation. How are you? Thank you for being here.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah. This is Boyerson calling from Afromedia.
Good to have you.
Thank you. Joyce, you see, one day you will wake up. You just wake up. You will hear that this country called Nigeria has been renamed Tinubu. Yes, one day. Just watch out. One day you wake up and you hear this country will answer Ahmed Tinubu. But with what is going on now, it is very obvious. And I stand to be corrected. How can a sane person allow this kind of a thing to be happening when people are dying of hunger, people are complaining, insecurity, so many things, so many vices, no electricity, so many things are disturbing this country. What you are after is just to, you can't tell me that he is not aware that they want to name that place after him now. He's aware now. And that is what he wants. And that's why you're witnessing series of the campaign. Endorsement, this, this. Well, how long are we going to sit down and watch all this happen, for God's sake? Joyce, for how long are we going to watch? So many, this kind of sycophancy, propaganda, everything that the government cannot just sit down and plan for the people, that the government will just keep on. So many things we've not heard of in other African countries. It is here that you will find it, you will get it. I don't know. Each time I get confused what is going on. I don't know. But don't we think that Nigerians, we should wake up and speak and fight for this nonsense that is going on, for God's sake? How long are we going to enjoy this? Some people will say, be patient. Be patient till when? Till what time? I do not get it, honestly. I do not get it. You talk about this one today. Before you sleep, before you wake up, you see another system. You see another one. Before you talk about another, before tomorrow, you hear another thing. And some people are busy saying they're endorsing what? Endorsing nonsense, for God's sake. Yes, I'm not happy.
I can understand that. Thank you so much.
I am not happy, honest. I am not happy with the way things are going on. I am never happy at all. Have a good day, gentlemen.
And I hope you do have a good day. Hello, how are you? I lost you. Okay, so here is the aspect of the conversation I wanted us to delve into. One more caller, and then we just tilt a little bit.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Afternoon to you. Thank you for being on Nigeria Info.
Yes, I think you said something that struck my mind just now. And that is our politicians, they don't care that someday they will die. I mean that thing, just to crown it all goes to our election. You see, when election votes come in, irrespective of their religion, Joyce, they just close their eyes, close their hearts, and work in favor of whoever is praying them. And you begin to wonder, these people goes to church, these same people goes to mosque to pray. But on that election day, these guys work for what favors them. That it baffles you. You will even think, but these people are so religious. They are so religious. But they tend to turn blind eyes towards things that will make this country work. Like you see when people who are supposed to be prosecuted are being made to be champions. You see them walking around. Okay, for example, now, where is this guy, Yaya Bello? Where is he? You see, these guys, you can't just hold them, prosecute them, recover public funds, and make it work for the people. You see them, those guys are now champions. They work about with security. But the common man can't even protest. Police will just climb you down. Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you. Someone on WhatsApp says, Tinubu is just a mere show of eye service. Very soon, the man's image will be used in one of our currencies. Someone says he won't be surprised if APC is renamed after the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This government came to power, and first thing is to change the national anthem. Now it's to name every national project after your name. This is just self-glorification. Joyce, let me ask you, be honest, what will this administration, the government, remembered for, if not for hunger and hardship and insecurity? Thank you very... Ooh, this is lengthy. Why do I have to read anything this long? This is too long for me. Good afternoon, Joyce. I hope you're doing well. I'm Sean from Lagos. Establish clear expectations with speakers by contributing. What is this, please? Lawmakers... Bright, I'll teach you representative committees. All right, this is a long one. Maybe this needs my introspection as well. So I'm going to probably respond to that later. Lagos, I wanted to bring another aspect to this, and for time, I think this is the best time to inject this aspect of the conversation into what we're looking at this afternoon. Welcome if you have just tuned in. We'll hold it to be worthy of note. Interestingly, 2 weeks ago, something crossed my mind, and it was more for Lords of Logic than it was for anything else, except when I came by the story, I wondered why there is, or at least it would appear that in Nigeria, the average Nigerian likes titles. Hold on. That's exactly how it truly begins in my head. It's like the average Nigerian likes a lot of titles. You like praise. It's more flattery, to be honest. It's somebody making you feel something you wouldn't feel when you woke up in the morning. It's like someone else has to come at your feet or praise at your presence to remind you of something that isn't quite there, or to at least to impose on your being something extraordinary over the ordinariness of your being. And so I noticed that Nigerians are particularly given to praise or to worship. They love self-worship, whether it's self-aggrandizement, whether it's self-elevation, whether it's flattery. Ooh, the flattery one is just absolutely comical. And I wonder why they like it. Now, I didn't attempt to find an answer because I tend to see it in patterns and behaviors. Now, to be honest with you, it's probably in other places in the world. Let's establish that because this is a human character, or this is a human trait, right? But we can't quite speak for other places in the world. We can speak for here, where somebody would prefer to be greeted as against the decency of if you're walking to a place, you greet, there is this, or greet me first, or there is this, do you know who I am, which is a very popular thing. And then there is the sheer flattery, the silly attempt to elevate a person above something that they probably themselves despise, and so they would need, whatever wind to come on a magic carpet ride and take them up into a sphere of myth. They want this mysticism around them. They want this. They want to appear as myths, something almost larger than life. Okay, why? Why do you think Nigerians like that? Now, the reason this, I think, has a bearing on the conversation we're having is every time we speak about sycophancy, there's an element of that behavior that you see in just the sheer appetite for a desire for glorification. Whether it's a poor man, it's an average guy, or it's a big man, there's a void that glorification fills. There is many times even the expectation. There is some people expect you to worship them, and you don't do it, they have a problem with you for not doing it. I want to tell you the kind of madness it is, but I haven't quite found the words yet. Now, I would leave it there because I'm going to assume that maybe it probably needs a better interpretation than I have attempted to, or maybe it needs understanding, which I have not provided you an aspect to. So I'm going to open up the telephone lines and we speak on it, because it's one thing to say, well, this is what the government is doing, and rightly so. But the problem with the conversation is that if I removed a Wike and I put you there, chances are you may do just about the same thing. So maybe Tinubu, Wike, by the way, Wike told us that he named not just the building after the president, but that he named halls after, I'm going to have to repeat that. The minister disclosed that other halls in the facility have been renamed after the vice president, the Senate president, House of Representatives speaker, and the Chief Justice of Nigeria. And God alone knows who else is going to have their name etched in stone. For all of us, maybe, I guess we're supposed to walk by it, and I don't know what the purpose is, but I mean, it is something. So let's pick up the conversation from there. And here, this is us attempting language and interpretations, because the language, as you know, is this whole sycophancy thing, which is quite a Nigerian trait. But why now forces us to attempt to interpret why we think we see it in our human patterns, in human behaviors, and why it does quite appear to be something that doesn't die. Or at least men never attempt to repent from it. Let's talk. It's Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, Joyce.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Have you changed the topic now?
It's still the same thing, but did you hear what I said?
Why we like for people to praise us, Abi?
Go ahead.
You know, even the Almighty God like somebody to praise him. Maybe you know. Like
oh God,
a daughter and a mother. You know, when the daughter is saying good thing about his mother, maybe will be happy. But not in a wrong way, Sha. That is how I look at it. There's nothing wrong for somebody to say, you are mommy, you are beautiful, you are so kind, you are so, all those kind of a thing. But for you to praise in a wrong way, that is what I don't like.
Do you think your praising God elevates his ego from 0 to 10? Do you suppose that there's something about you praising him that gives him esteem?
If you are praising God, God like it now. When you call him names, you praise him. He enjoy it now. We human also, if your children praise you or your friends, you will like it also now.
All right. Okay.
But not in a bad way. So not that you are doing evil, so people are praising you. No, that one is wrong.
All right. Thank you.
That they cannot say to your face that this thing you are doing is wrong.
Okay.
Can I talk about the other topic?
It's still the same topic. Go ahead.
We Nigeria, we should not be bothered how they name themselves in all these things. But we should be bothered about the money also they waste. And again, for me, I will not bother about that. But immediately we get good leaders. These people have a lot of money. Those money, they can recover all those money back. All we need to do now, say Nigeria, we should be concerned about this insecurity that is going on in this country. And again, we should come together as one, no matter where we are from. We, the real Nigeria, because these people, they are business people. They are there to enlarge their pocket or their bank account. We should come together. Then when we vote in 2027, we should stood by it. And we will know that this person that we have voted for is be able to stand by that vote we have given to them. That is it. Thank you.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. How are you? Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Welcome. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Joy.
Good afternoon to you. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Correction, sorry, I did not call to counter. My name is Bless.
Okay.
I did not call to counter out what that woman just earlier said. So the woman said that God Almighty said that we should praise Him. Do you even know the meaning of praising before we start talking about praising? A Nigerian man thinks that when he enters inside a church and shouts unto God, God is good, God is good. That's the meaning of praising. Do you know there was a man in the Bible who called on Jesus and said, good master, good teacher, and give Christ all the praises. You know what Christ did to him now? He ignored him and told him, no man is good. You see, they will never seek after to do the work of the Lord. What they seek after is work of talk. Are you getting me? So now, the meaning of praise is, it goes you, for example.
Wait, I don't even have it. Wait, pardon me.
Praising.
Hold on a second. You're going to have to call me. Okay, Lakers, we're off on a break. We'll be right back.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Hi, e dey tasty, creamy and nourishing. E get vitamins A, D, E, B1, B9, B12 and zinc. Na original Naija yogurt. Abeg, make una throw away salute for fine yogurt. Abeg, go Jolly Mento with the new fine yogurt drinking yogurt.
Fine yogurt, original Naija yogurt.
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know? Did you know?
Did you know? Your dose of facts we bet you never knew. Right here on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Did you know that football players spit so much because exercise increases the amount of protein in saliva? When you exercise, the amount of protein secreted into the saliva increases. A protein mucus named MUC5B makes your saliva thicker when you are exercising, which makes it more difficult to swallow, so we tend to spit more. It may occur during exercise because we breathe through our mouths more. MUC5B could activate to stop our mouth from drying out.
Another piece of the puzzle now revealed. Keep questioning, keep listening. Only on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
Mom's love is pure. It's so she does. Mom's special jollof. So smile on your face. Mom's yummy fried. Cheers you up. Mom tastes tea. Nourishes the family. Golden Terra oil. Tasty. Golden Terra oil. Nourishing. Golden Terra oil. Golden Terra soya oil.
Golden Terra oil helps Mom pour her love in the tasty, nourishing meals she cooks for her family. Golden Terra oil. Pour pure love.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Tick, says the clock. What we have to do today is worthy of note.
This is Sunny Side with Joyce, only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We're back, 99.3 Nigeria Info. You are on the sunny side, and indeed, we're live streaming on YouTube. Nigeria Info FM on YouTube. Hello, friends, and welcome to the conversation this very God-given Wednesday afternoon that is indeed a pleasant day. But we hope to at least expel ourselves, making sense of what is our conversation this afternoon. Really, it's still the conversation of the immortalization, I would say, the cresting of the president's name on institutions, and I guess there's some sensibility to it. I'm curious to find out whether you think that there is something wrong with that. There is what you think about what should be done, and then there is what is being done. So it would appear at least that your expectations are not being met because something else is being attained or something else is the aim. So between where you stand and what you see, we make a conversation on the sunny side this afternoon, but I thought we could make a tilt in the conversation and focus on what appears to be pattern, behavioral pattern, what appears to be second nature to Nigerians. A handful of Nigerians, maybe not everybody, but I would solidly say a lot of people. The big names, the lofty positions or the titles that confer honor, dignity, status, a sense of power is more a sense than it is power, actually. Let's talk about why you think that is something people like. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. Welcome. It's 1:30 on the clock. My name's Joyce. Hello, welcome. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for being here.
And I want to quote like this. Implosion of anarchy should never be a good option in Nigeria. To avoid this, Tinubu should stop taking us as a soulless void. APC don't have to be given any atom of grace or chance. She's desperate, frustrated, angry. Nigeria is sinking, killings everywhere. Fathers shortened. We cannot eat well. And you are renaming conference center built in 1992 by Ibrahim Babangida. Tinubu, all the whole public institution now is now being renamed by Tinubu. For what now? Which ones did they build? Jagonde, IBB, Abata, Balewa, etc. They did not name anything on their name, presently as they were ruling. Why didn't Babangida name Imo State Airport in Commission August 1989? Why didn't Abata name Imo State Airport? He opened 15th of July, Saturday, 1994. I was there with Abata. Are you hearing me? This is what is happening. I name it as a deflationary manipulator. Sister Nigerians are dying. You left what you're supposed to do. Naming security in the board. Let us go to our farm. All the people that we call Nigerians for say we do they forget. They will not forget. The people have traveled 39 times. This was to make 2 years without any investor. Are you hearing me? All of them are traveling APC, said they want to help us. You never help me when you are in PDP. Now, because of EFCC avoidance, because of trying to be relevant, because of slot and to be relevant, you are telling me say you want to help me enter the APC. Let me tell you, we are all fools. I can tell you about the history of Nigeria from Queen Elizabeth to Nigeria 1960 October 1st. So nobody should come with and say, we do not forget. And my brother will say, all of us are in for it. I have been told this is not right. Which one is my problem? Am I the problem of Nigeria? Every day, all of us are in for it. We are in for it. Mompara here are the best.
Thank you very much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info. You are on the sunny side. This one goes on WhatsApp. Joyce, Nigerian politicians won't stop amazing me. They'll use public funds to renovate a conference center and name it after themselves. This is just one of the indices of power-drunk personalities. Nigerians are watching and comfortable. Nigerians are watching and comfortable. Okay. Hello, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you very much for being here. Good afternoon to you. Thank you.
My name is Ndubisi, calling you from my area.
Good.
Yes. For 2 weeks now, I'm out of radio. Please let me rest more for Nigeria matter.
You need it.
To start with, yes, my sister. To start with is that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu say it's my turn. Let Nigeria understand that. He said it's my turn to rule. They have do the arrangement and keep it down. For him to be in his bedroom, say, it's my turn. I later become his turn. So Nigeria should not worry themselves. He can name everything after him. But I know where is Abacha today. Always ask the strong men them. Nobody stronger than God Almighty. And I want to beg my brother from Afromedia, boys, you should be happy. Find things that will make you happy. Don't die die because of Nigeria. Because when me and you pass on, Nigeria will still be. So you can't kill yourself because of Nigeria. Find a place to make yourself happy. Find a comfortable thing to be happy. Not that every day Nigeria will be giving you problems. Because me and you will go, Nigeria will still be. So what I say is that it's President Tinubu's turn. They can name everything after his name. But one thing I know, one day we all will go and give accounts before Baba God. And people should stop using human being glory to compare God. God is far, 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 far from human being. God Almighty is not a thing that we use to compare human being for anything. Please, they should stop that. God is different and different from human being. Thank you. God bless Auntie Joyce.
All right. I already appreciate it if we also spoke about this appetite for self-glorification that has found its way into the hearts of men. They want lofty positions. I really think we need to talk about it because maybe that is exactly what we're seeing on a national level being displayed. 99.3 Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side. My name's Joyce. What's your name?
Hello.
Hey, welcome. What's your name?
Hey, Joyce, how are you?
I'm good.
My
Thank
name's
you.
Femi.
Welcome, Femi.
I want to throw a different perspective completely.
I'll appreciate
conversation.
it. Thank you.
Now, the fact that things were named after the president, I can assure you, they didn't have sense to name anything after him. Like you rightly said, the sycophancy. But you see, this is the way we are. It's not today. Right? When it was named after Yadua, sycophancy, whatever they named after anybody, let us get past that. Let's talk about the economy. Okay? It's 2 years into this man's government. He has made serious, bold decisions, political decisions that no head of state or government, even military head of state, never made in this country. Bold. Very bold. This man faced the cartel, faced the oil cartel. That's why Dangote is surviving today. Because he faced the oil cartel. Now that cartel is not just Nigeria, Joy. That cartel is all over Nigeria. It's all over the world. Okay? It's finished off. They don't want us to have refineries. They don't want Nigeria. He faced them. He told us he was going to remove the subsidy. He removed it right from the beginning. Some people said, yeah, you should have done that. The people that didn't do that, were they able to remove it in 8 years of the office? No. Now ask the governors, what are they doing with the money that is given them? If not for that subsidy removal that he did, the amount of states in this country that would have survived would not be more than 2 or 3. They couldn't pay salaries. Now these guys can afford to pay $250,000 as a minimum wage, but they don't want to do it because there's so much money now. The president has given them so much money. He's paid off so much debt and he's still servicing that debt. He's building coastal roads. Do you know the economic viability of that 700 kilometers road when it's done? It's going to open Nigeria to the world. A lot of investment. Just imagine 700 kilometers of road cuts across so many states. Imagine what will be built along those roads. The hotels, everything that will come onto those roads and off those roads. And another one will come from Sokoto to Maiduguri, to Badagry. For God's sake, you cannot expect the rot of this country to be removed in 2 years. Layers upon layers upon layers of rot, my sister. From military government to democratic government, layers upon rot. Layers, my sister. Leave whatever they're naming in his name or whatever. When it goes, another one comes, they will name another person. This is our way. But what I want us to focus upon is what gains in 2 years. Yes, people are hungry. People have always been hungry.
Hold on a second, please.
I've never known any government that's come in this country that we didn't complain of hunger.
Okay.
Never known it.
Yeah, okay. So
since the 60s.
Can I ask you some questions regarding the things you've spoken on?
Please go ahead, Joyce. I'm here.
You spoke about the refinery. Are you crediting to this administration that you say that this president fought the oil cartel?
Yes.
What does that mean? That did he establish Dangote?
No. Let me tell you something.
Is Port Harcourt refinery functioning? Which states?
No. It's not. Let me tell you.
I'm not sure what you're driving at here.
Hold on, Joyce.
let me tell you, the way we're set up, the way our civil service is set up, that those refineries that belong to Nigeria is not going to work. Even OBJ, as the president, invited Shell to take it over. Shell MD went to him behind and said, never, we're not taking over this thing. It won't work. For Shell to tell OBJ, it's there in the record. OBJ said it. Read his books, it's there. For Shell MD to turn down our refineries, all right? And before OBJ left, he privatized it to the same Dangote and Boa and some few other people. Guess what happened? Immediately he left, they reversed all that decision and put it back in the hands of civil servants. It's not going to work.
I don't want you to get away with the fact that you think this. Have I lost you? No, I haven't. I don't want you to get away with the fact that because oil is not 500, like crude. Petrol is not 500. In fact, the only person who appears to maybe put up a show that appears to be some care for the Nigerian public will be Dangote, and I don't think it's because Tinubu fought a battle that Dangote has not been fighting and won on his behalf. I don't think so.
You're right.
We can't credit a working refinery. Pardon me, please. We cannot credit the working refinery to Tinubu. I do not agree with that.
No, hold on. You're very right. Where I'm going is this. Without the support, in whichever way, of a sitting president in any administration, all right, without his support fully, Dangote might build the biggest refinery. It will be frustrated.
Yeah, but it's not an altruistic, it's a business. Hold on a second. Don't make this sound like someone is being good to us. This is a business here. Like, these men are making money. Don't come here and say, like, without the support of the government is making money.
No.
Like, you know how this thing works. So don't say, like, it's the government is so kind. Yeah, but we have to agree on that first.
I'm not saying the government is kind.
It's not a kind gesture.
I'm not saying the government is kind.
How much is diesel?
No, hold on.
Dude.
I'm not saying the government is kind. No government should be kind. Government should have empathy and deep thinking and do what they're supposed to do. No, we can give some credit to the president on the workings of the same. Because I'll tell you what. Now, we floated the Naira in this country because we had to. I'm an economist. When we didn't float the Naira and people thought they were enjoying, all those times that you were buying, the Naira was selling against dollar for the 200, 300. That wasn't the real value of the Naira. It was not matching our export. Okay? That thing was a false economy. They were showing up that Naira with a lot of our forex that we were making in a very hard way. And they were doing subsidy. People were just making offers, making serious money offers. Now, the reason why I said the president came through for Dangote is easy. And I'll tell you why. Dangote had the biggest refinery right now. Aramco had the biggest at 450. Dangote's production is 650. They were never going to let that thing work in the world. If the government had started with them, Dangote would be crying by now. He'll be in debt. But the government realizes that, you know what, this businessman has done something that the previous government, OBJ government, was going to do. He was going to privatize. If that thing had worked, it would have been in the hands of private business.
Let me jump. This same businessman, you say the government. Wait. You say this government let it work. The same government of which we heard that we have elites who take crude out of Nigeria, go and refine it in Malta and bring it in. That government, is that the one you're crediting?
No, listen.
Okay, no, look, to be honest with you, I want us to move along. Like, I want other Nigerians to speak, and I'm really...
Yes, I want us to move along as well.
Then you spoke about this road, this coastal road. You know this coastal road is going to be tolled, right? Hello?
Yes, it should be tolled.
Who benefits? But do you understand... Do you understand that all of this is in an economy where the people are poorer?
Listen.
Forcefully poorer, like practically forced into poverty.
Listen, the decisions have to be made. They might be hard. But we're just 2 years into this administration. People have damaged this economy for too long.
Yeah.
If this man came and said, you know what, I don't want my name I don't want to put my name as it's making Nigerians hungry. Let me just go with the way this will have been going.
Final question to you. Between the Nigerian public and this government, who has benefited more? Between the elite and the Nigerian people today from this administration, who has benefited more? From the little math that we know and the barely accurate reporting that you have heard of, who's benefiting the most?
Joyce, in any economy, in any country, in any economy, unfortunately...
I think you want me to be stupid. I really think you're begging me to not pry into this. You don't want us to call it what it is.
Joyce, no. Listen, I'll be very fair and honest with you. This is one of the countries in the world where the people in the government, civil servants, are richer than industrialists. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a property developer. I know what I'm going through. Okay? The property that you sold 4 years ago, off plan, you can't even finish it now. But you know something? I understand what is going on. I've been praying for somebody that will come. Yes, painstakingly, you cannot change the rot of over 50 years in 2 years and everybody's eating.
Yeah, but it looks like it's more pleasure for some and more suffering for the others. And those who are suffering are told to tighten up their belts. I really think we cannot color that with any kind of sentiment.
I totally agree with your thoughts. But let me tell you, it is not what the president wants. I'm telling you that the rot in this system is what he's trying to tackle. That rot,
so
the main
then you have to take back the statement that you would credit him with anything if there is no proof to anything.
Oh no! I will not take back the statement that I've credited. I'm telling you.
Then you must permit me to disagree. You have to permit me to disagree.
The man has taken hard decisions for the sake of Nigerians.
We don't know what that means if Nigerians are poorer and driven.
Listen, Joyce. Without pain, there's no gain. You might not see it now. If the man had joined the rest of his predecessors and just decided to go with their way, keep showing up naira with dollars, stay with subsidy, we'll be worse by now.
Well, we're worse. We are bad. Like, we are so bad. There's no guarantee of a tomorrow. But you see, if you are willing to permit, so basically what you're doing with your conversation is you permit an exploiting elite group. And you think that those who suffer should suffer more, and somehow you have a persuasion in your argument that those who suffer should suffer just a little bit more for some change in the future.
No, Joyce. That's not my argument. What I'm trying to
see what your argument is.
What I just wanted to highlight is that don't let's kill this president off all the time. Let's look at some things he's doing for the better of tomorrow.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
All right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I'm suffering too. What I need, I buy petrol from Lekki to Ikeja every day.
You're not suffering enough. Believe me, you're not. You're not.
Unfortunately, Joyce, unfortunately, I've been doing my business way before Tinubu came to power. I've been doing my business way before Buhari came to power. You know, I'm a businessman. I'm not in government. I've never been in government. I've not made a dime from the government. Never made one kobo from any government in this country since I came back from England.
Okay.
I've been doing my job. But I'm saying, unfortunately, in this country, some people kill the middle class. Way before this man came, they killed the middle class. And the moment you kill the middle class, you've killed the heart of the country.
And what has this administration done to revive it?
Well, you see, you might not see those things now.
And I'm not even blind. You know what's funny? I'm not even blind, but I can't see it. To be honest with you, you reserve a right to your opinion, and I hope you can see the courtesy I've extended to you to at least allow you air it. But we also now have to allow Nigerians respond, particularly those who agree with you.
It's okay, George.
Is that fair? Thank you. You've been wonderful, really. Thank you so much for calling Nigeria Info.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Sony side. Welcome to Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. How are you? So good to have you join the conversation this afternoon. Hey.
Hi, Joyce. How you doing?
I want a holiday.
Hello.
I'm here. I'm with you. I'm good.
Yeah. This is Remy from Akoka.
Good.
How were you able to listen to the last caller?
Well, we have to listen to those we agree with and those we disagree with. We at least have to attempt to survive it.
Yes, supposing all he said were factual, it's a different case. You know, one thing about the APC Hallelujah boys and propaganda, they are inseparable. As in, they will look into your face and tell you black is white. As in, they will look into your eyes and tell you you are stupid, and they expect you not to react. He said Tinubu done what nobody has ever done, what he has not even done, by floating the naira. Does he understand? And he claims to be an economist. Does he understand what that has done to millions of Nigerians in the last 2 years?
His argument is that it's a necessary move to stabilize the economy.
Joyce,
that's what he said.
He claimed to be an economist and educated in too much English, but zero truth in all he says. Zero. He couldn't defend all. You know, each time you tell him this, he tell you, yes, it's true, but he couldn't back up his so-called argument with logic. Let me use that. Logic. He claimed Tinubu floated naira. Is he aware over 7 million businesses are shut down? Joyce.
So I guess the poor have to suffer a little bit more for this to work out.
We should die for the rich, Abby.
Well, maybe not directly.
I'm not sure. You know, they look into your face and be speaking gibberish, and they want you to just swallow it because you're speaking big grammar.
Well,
India floated their currency in 1991. Millions of Indians moved into poverty. They are still going through hell with that. That's if feeling the effect till now. And you're telling me he did something nobody has done. Was able to fight which cabal fought. Tell me.
Oh well.
According to the information out there, who owns the refinery in Malta? Who owns it? So you know they look into your face and tell you lies. Everything wants to be named after. Maybe very soon now you come to my house, you go change my father's name to his name himself because they want to make him happy.
All right.
Like a baby that his kid was taken. They want to name everything after him. When they couldn't, now they can't sell good governance to you, Joyce. So what they are doing now is trying to buy state actors, the governors, the state powers to himself. He doesn't care about the people.
This man says he's not bought, he's not made money from the government. He's just a believer in the administration. So
a believer, Joyce.
What do you want a girl?
A believer.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of the Hallelujah, but he couldn't defend all you. You see, look at how you're puncturing his argument. He was just speaking English. He couldn't defend any of what to puncture. He couldn't.
It's all right.
Better than we were.
I'm sure they're.
They met us, Joyce.
Yeah.
People are going through hell. People are more beggars than every day. At times, I look up and pass my street. The way people beg, people usually who once had a better job doing, now they come to you begging to feed. Just the facts are out there. We see. There's no point to sugarcoat anything. The rate at which people are living in penury these days, it's increasing on a daily basis.
Is it important that the government, you know, is doing this immortalization run where they're just naming things after the president? Is it important? Because he also said it's probably not so important, you know?
Joyce, they have nothing to campaign with. They have nothing.
They have no goal?
Tell me one decision. Tell me, the Coastal declaimed that doesn't understand the EIA, the impact environmental
this is really something
that was never done. He claims to be educated. He claims to be educated.
It's okay. You can leave the brother alone at this point.
Does he understand that Tinubu is doing some things at will without appropriation? The yacht he so-called bought, the jet he bought, at the expense of millions of Nigerians suffering on a daily basis.
Oh, well, that
part. 2 days ago, Punch reported that he had spent 23 billion naira on trips only in just 2 years. 23 billion naira on trips only, Joyce. Trips. I think the entire plane come. He don't spend 23 billion naira. Do you know what that is?
It's not whether I know, it's whether the caller, it's whether the gentleman understand what that is. I'm sure he has a justification for that. Or maybe an excuse for it. It's maybe it's necessary that the president moves around.
It's a shame. He claimed to be, you know, he said...
You have to leave that brother alone at this point. Like, just so that...
I don't believe the guy he told lies on air. And he was trying to defend it.
Okay.
If not that you were puncturing his argument, he was trying to run away with it.
Thank you so much for calling.
No.
Thank you. Thank you. Really, I appreciate Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side. How are you? Good afternoon to you. You have about a minute, actually, before commercial break.
Hello, good afternoon, Joyce.
Afternoon to you. Welcome. Tell me your name, please. Go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Max. I'm calling from Ikoyi.
Unfortunately, Max, you have a minute. Go ahead.
Okay. You see, the caller before the last guy that spoke, I wonder if that is a real human being. It's so unfortunate that we live in a country where sycophancy and stupidity, as a matter of fact, is becoming the order of the day. It's unfortunate. About the naming of the conference center after Tinubu, it's such a shame. You see, I don't stay far from Tinubu, on body lawn here.
Yeah.
But each time I drive past this place, I literally spit out of the vehicle. I spit out because I feel pity for the man. How can a man be so heartless? How can a man be so greedy? How can a man be so ruthless to his own people? It's such a shame, Joyce. Honestly, if not because of the guy that called before this guy, I didn't want to say anything about this because in fact, God bless you. Good afternoon.
You sounded particularly triggered by that one. The Sunny Side, we're off on a break. We'll be right back. We're Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce.
The Development Bank of Nigeria's Techpreneur Summit is an annual event that supports tech-driven MSMEs by providing a platform to showcase innovations, connect with investors, and access funding. The DBN Techpreneur Summit aims to drive sustainable economic growth by fostering collaboration, investment, and capacity building to strengthen the Nigeria's tech ecosystem. So, if you are in tech, you're invited to join the discourse on the theme Control plus Shift Tech-Empowered Movement for Niger. Date, Thursday, 19th June 2025. Venue, Lagos Continental Hotel, Victoria Island. Time, 10 a.m. Keynote address, Shonakwe Akinpelu, CEO, co-founder, Harvest. Admission is free. To register, visit devbankng.com. Development Bank of Nigeria, financing sustainable growth.
This is not just a debate. It's a battle of minds. A clash of brilliance. A war of words. And only one champion, one true champion will rise. From the heart of the capital, Abuja.
We live in a world where 735 million people suffer from hunger, a crisis fueled by climate.
From the oil city, Port Harcourt.
You see, with less time to focus on short-term gains, like how to appease voters before the next election.
From the city that never sleeps, Lagos.
Who is the right leader? The proposition might say it's someone who is bold and decisive, but I oppose this belief.
The regional champions are ready. The stage is set. The stakes higher than ever before. Who will outthink? Who will outwit? Who will dare to differ? Catch the I Beg to Differ National Finals live on all Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM stations nationwide. It's intellect, it's passion, it's the future in action. Debate redefined. The IBTD National Tournament begins August 4th, 2025, only on Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM nationwide. For sponsorship, call 0805-581-5844 or email ibegtodiffer@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know? Did you know? Your dose of facts we bet you never knew. Right here on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Did you know that you can be heavily pregnant and not realize? Cryptic pregnancies aren't that uncommon, with 1 in 500 not recognized until at least halfway through, and 1 in 2,500 not known until labor starts.
Another piece of the puzzle now revealed. Keep questioning, keep listening, only on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. The caller who called in support of this administration, I would also want both him and the public to hear a thought that I had. I wanted to have this conversation, but I thought to wait. I thought to wait until maybe when the tolling started. The Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road will be tolled starting in December of 2025, with users expected to pay an average of 3,000 per toll. So let's assume you have to travel from home to work, 3,000 per toll. I'm saying maybe you go to work 20 days a month, right? So you do 3,000 times 20. That's about 60,000 naira. My supposition is that we're creating a country for the rich and for the poor. It's systematic now where because there's no Nigerian who's earning 5,000 naira, 500,000 naira, who would spend extra from that income, extra 500,000 naira, spend an extra 60,000 naira on a toll. So automatically, without even asking him to, you force him into another segment of society. And he said that the administration before this one collapsed the middle class. We're not even blind and we can't even see anything moving to redeem the middle class, where someone who's earning 500,000 naira will not be able to afford, the thoroughfare on that road. That's quite something to be concerned about. We're off on a break. It's 2 p.m. for the news headlines. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. You're listening to Joyce, and it's worthy of note.
Let's talk.
It's 2 o'clock. The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
President Bola Tinubu to address Nigerians at 7 a.m. on Thursday in celebration of Democracy Day, while National Assembly proposes law for presidential swearing-in to hold at its arcade. Former Tinubu advisor Hakeem Baba Ahmed criticizes the government's performance, while Rule of Law and Accountability Advocacy Center says the Tinubu administration shows little real progress despite the national anthem change. Minister of State for Works Bello Goronyo urges Nigerians to support Tinubu's infrastructure and economic reforms, while NIMET forecasts thunderstorms and rain across Nigeria through Friday. Lagos Electricity Commission assumes full regulatory control from the national body. TCN begins work to connect Bauchi substation to the national grid. Athletics Federation of Nigeria delegates arrive in Abuja ahead of Thursday's presidential election, while 13 arraigned in Lagos over alleged diversion of 4 billion naira worth of diesel. 34 remanded for street trading along the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. Appeal court strikes out Akpabio's motions, orders 100,000 naira cost. 19-year-old Nigerian artist reportedly bitten to death in Ghana. Russia accuses NATO of preparing for a military clash as mass arrests in Los Angeles amid protests over immigration raids. Billionaire Elon Musk expresses regret over past social media posts about Donald Trump, while Israeli forces kill 61 in Gaza, including dozens seeking aid. Argentina's top court upholds corruption conviction of ex-President Kirchner. Iran warns against Western pressure, and Israeli strikes amid nuclear talks. And Brazil secures 2026 World Cup spot with win over Paraguay. And that's all we have for you at this time. It is back to the sunny side with Joyce, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info, and I am Yvonne Archivo. Thank you for your time.
Tick, says the clock. What we have to do today is worthy of note.
This is Sunny Side with Joyce, only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
That apology, I don't know if it's an apology by Elon Musk about his regret with his showdown with Trump. I find it utterly hilarious. It's so funny. Funny because, well, I think that I'm grateful that he did mention that Trump's name is on the Epstein list, and that's why they're refusing to release the list. I'm not sure anybody's surprised by that, but I just wanted to, given that it's worthy of note, remind you that many of your what do we call them now? There are no heroes, so I don't know what we're going to categorize them as, but these men of seeming repute and renown and power and money are really dirty. They're pigs, but they're pigs in limousines and they're on Forbes list. They're really just what they are. And I'm glad that he mentioned it, because at least now we can confirm for real that Trump is on the Epstein list. And you don't know the Epstein story? What are you doing with your spare time? Go figure out what these men do with their lives. They're really dirty. They're really, really like dark kind of dirty. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the Sunny Side. I think we have some information we can share. If we're not ready, I want to go to the telephone lines. I want you to speak on what the issue is. But none of you appear, well, maybe not none, but a handful of you are not necessarily tilting towards the conversation where I wanted us to look at why it does quite appear the Nigerian appears to be, has an appetite for flattery, for whistle words. But, of course, the conversation is going on. You can see how they're one and the same. So I'm speaking to you. What is I'm listening to you. On Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Joyce. Joyce.
What's your name?
That man.
What's your name?
The first man will speak. Uzoma.
Okay.
That man that spoke.
How many have?
The first person that spoke before this man. In fact, that man, I don't think he lives in Nigeria. He's one of the benefactors of this government. This government, when Canada was ruling, fuel was 200 naira per liter. Tinubu protested. Even went to go and be sleeping on the Freedom Park for how many weeks? That they have finished Nigerian money. They have now Tinubu has entered. Fuel has gone to 1,000 plus. Upon that, there's no fuel. There is no light. There's nothing working in this country, and this man is telling us what? Because he's feeding from them. That is why he is saying all this lies. Tinubu who wanted and told us to tie our belts. Nigerians should tie their belts. Tomorrow is better. Tomorrow is better. He bought plane. He bought snatch.
What?
He bought snatch. I mean Tinubu, the president. He bought snatch. Say we should tie our belts. We are tying our belts. He will every month he go for a touch. Every month he borrow money, go for a touch. Every month he borrow money, go for a touch. Say he's going to look for investors. See, today 2 years now, we never see any investor. Where is the implement environment that investor will come and invest? That man is telling a whole lies, saying that that what you see, we will see it. What are we going? You see, when Nigerians die finish, they will see what they are doing. And then they entered with lies and they continue with lies and they are propaganding up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Nigeria are not seeing anything and they're all living and pouring money up and down, up and down. He's telling us that what happened. I don't tie my belt too. Who want to tie belt? All I know is that this government, it's a sorrowful government. Nothing good out of it.
Thank you. What about those who don't have belts? All right, welcome. Information to share. You want to pick it up because we're putting it down.
Yes, we do have information to drop on you. Yes, it is from the stables of oneplay.ng. If you do not have anything you're doing, even if you have something you're doing with your time other than listening to the show right now, just can I continue?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You were even enamored with the yak. She said the yach.
I'm sorry. You can go ahead. I'm sorry.
Star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. That is the code that you should be dialing. And of course, make sure that if that is not possible for you, you could just go to the website at www.oneplay.ng. Yes, once you get there, click on the Nigeria Info button on the homepage on there. Now, of course, each ticket is going to cost you 500 naira per play. Yes, and you can play as many as 10 times. You can play as little as the one time. Wherever it is that your strengths may tarry, tarry there. Yes, as in stop where your power reach. Make sure you remember that we're not just giving away 200k plus daily. We are also giving at the end of the week, as in Friday, 500,000 naira in a jackpot, and you qualify for that by just playing the game on a day like this, or tomorrow, or the day after, or even on that same Friday. You get to be one of those who can say, I'm hoping to win from one play. Of course, we don't get to choose the winners. There's an algorithm that is very much in charge of that. But make sure you're above the age of 18 while playing, and make sure you are playing responsibly, as in playing with only what you can afford to part with. Remember, One Play is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission. Keep on playing to keep on winning and keep smiling to the bank.
The race is not to the swift.
Don't use that word.
The battle is not to the strong. You eat with the devil.
I thought you were going to go back.
First of all, don't eat with the devil first.
Why not? I hear the guy eats good. Tip-top meat.
You heard wrong. My point is, maybe this is why you eat with the long fork. Like,
yes, but eat.
Don't eat.
Chop first. It's Tinubu's time. You chop. Why would you say people should see food and not eat?
Play responsibly, because it's a Faustian deal. You give something.
Are we going that
Yeah,
far?
we are. Just letting you know.
You are going into the depths of Dr. Faustus.
It's what it is. So play if it.
I'm sure they know, obviously.
All right, good.
You play to win, but make sure you are playing responsibly.
Okay.
Obviously, it's an algorithm, so we make no promises, but people are winning every day.
Yeah. It hasn't
every
been
day.
you. It may be you, but it may also not be you.
That is why you play responsibly.
All right, good. Glad you came. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
There's a song like that.
Yeah, by...
I'm glad you came.
Yeah.
I'm glad you... I think that was... Oh, my.
Look, I want to laugh, okay?
Okay.
So I need to go back to the telephone
Okay,
line.
go back. I'm out.
I need to debate this. Hello, Nigeria Info. We'll have a few more minutes before before a recorded program. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Hey, how are you? It's good to have you join the conversation.
Yeah, Joyce, good afternoon.
Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Much. I thank you, Joyce. God bless you. God bless you, my sister, for that man standing up. Oh, my gosh. I thank God for your life, my sister.
Really?
In Nigeria, like Uzoma asked, is that man in Nigeria? And I want to thank even Maxwell and even Remy from Akoka. How can you just tell us how much we pay for toll gate when that road is completed, right? You said 60,000 a month, eh?
That's me assuming that you would only pass there 20 days if you work and live down that road. So maybe some days you don't come out. If the days you come out, then that's a rough estimation.
Why are people like this in this part of the world? Joe, did you hear the news about NNPC about 500 billion?
What again?
He's praising Dangote. If Dangote did not cry out about that, who owns refinery in Malta, that he want to open up, do you think they will give him crude in Naira? That he's coming to tell us that the man, whatever is in result, when people are dying. Why are we like this in this part of the world? Like I said, Joy, I thank you very much for standing up to that man.
Don't thank me.
It is an only him understand grammar. What is it? Oh my gosh. Why are we like this? God is so merciful, Joyce.
It's a concave.
Well, God is so merciful. Allow this type of people to come on radio to say all this in the midst of many people are dying.
First of all, you need to be grateful that these people come on radio because, I mean, they're they're neighbors, they're brothers, they're your sisters, and they listen to radio, and they live in Nigeria, and they have, you may call it concave point of view, but they have a point of view nonetheless.
How can?
Well, don't be so surprised.
Billion, they can't give account.
Got it. 3 minutes.
Nigerian refinery at the this thing is owned by the NNPCPL and the NNPCF. Who owns it? He's selling us Shell MD. Obasanjo say Shell MD. For where? Why must he be a Wando who buy over NNPC?
Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Nigeria Info. Hi, how are you? It's indeed worthy of
Joyce.
What?
Auntie Joyce.
Yeah.
Yes, individual once again, please. And Uzoma, my sister. I have laughed and I have laughed. I confused in my staring. I thank God for everything. Yes, not only Nyashibayo, he renovated house with 21 billion for Shetima. and he's telling us to tie our belt. How many can we say? How many can we leave? That man that called and saying we should be grateful. During Jonathan, we are enjoying and they're paying subsidy. During Obasanjo, we are enjoying, they're paying subsidy. During Buhari, at least it's better than this government. We are still enjoying and they're paying subsidy. During the Yaradua, they're paying subsidy, we are enjoying. Now they're not paying subsidy and we are suffering. Now they're not paying subsidy, we are suffering. Are you saying that he's saving 1 trillion every month? Where is that money that Tinubu say he's saving? Let that man that call, let him give me an account of how much Tinubu don't save. For 2 years, Tinubu have been in office, how much he don't save. Deceiving us like live people and now say Nigeria go better. Like live people and some people are still putting hope in this country. We cannot come together. We are not one. Our mentality is not one. Our understanding is not one. Our thinking is not one. We cannot come together and Nigeria can never work because we think different ways. We think different ways. I cannot worship a man. I cannot praise a man because I only praise my God and make me that give me life. Because everybody has one head. Nobody has two heads. I cannot worship any man. I cannot praise anybody. So my thinking and other people thinking are not one. No man in my community can control me, can tell me what to do. I'm just 14 years, I leave my father's house. At 14 years old, I leave my father's house, so nobody can control me. So we are not one. We are not one. God bless you. Thank you. Yeah.
In the heart of Nigeria's energy challenges, where blackouts disrupt life and productivity, where fuel costs rise and greed offers no immediate guarantees,
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's